Hey guys, it's Phoenix Ray, and I'm doing a tarot/oracle reading today in this video. There's 3 different piles to choose from. The first pile is the amethyst. The second pile is the citrine. And the third pile is the eucalyptus. It looks like selenite, but it's eucalyptus. 2 different types of crystals. Just choose the pile that calls out to you. You can choose based on the crystal. You can choose based on the number. You can choose based on the placement, like left or right, middle. You can choose based on anything that calls out to you. That's a sign. Also, take time to pause the video and kind of close your eyes and breathe deeply and let the pile choose you. Clear your mind so that you can know which pile is truly calling you. So if you chose the amethyst, this is for you. Amethyst is a stone of healing, of psychic healing, and this might be why you picked the amethyst stone. That might be something that you need to look into. That might be something about the reading for you today. Psychic awareness, psychic abilities, peace and tranquility. Also, especially for me, like specifically being sober and getting sober. So for the tarot, I picked out the past, present, and future. This is your past, the Hierophant reversed. This is your present. I do not know what that is supposed to be. I have to look that up in the book because this is a cat tarot and I don't know what the symbols mean. I know that's fuck, I already forgot Roman numerals already. And also that. So your present is, I think 9? Yes. 9 of Swords. And your future is 6 of Swords. Very interesting. A lot of air element. You might be an air sign. Or you might need a lot of more logic and less emotion in your question or what you need guidance for. So with the Hierophant reversed, you might have been a loner in the past. Because it's a cat, in the book it talks about how cats are they're not pack animals, they're very antisocial type of animals. Like, think of wolves and dogs. They're very social, they like to be around each other, but cats don't like anybody. They don't like to be around humans much unless they do. And you might have been more like a cat when it comes to socializing in your past. So right now, in your present, you might be very depressed. You might be down. You might have going through a lot of troubles in your life right now. It's probably usually a lot of times why people seek out tarot readings anyway, for guidance when they can't. Looking everywhere else and like, you know what, I'm just gonna get a tarot reading. Let's just see what happens, what it says. Usually that's the people that go towards tarot readings anyway. So that's, and also I know a lot of people who are depressed too, have mental illness. So probably very generalized reading for you right now, but I promise it gets a lot deeper. So your future, and I like to say whenever I give a reading, I always like to say, this is one instance, one specific path that you can go down. That, you know, there's multiple different paths, there's multiple different futures. And that's why I kind of like Oracle better, because it's more guidance. Tarot will tell you what could, like, most likely happen if you keep going down the same path that you're going down right now. And if it changes, then the tarot reading is going to change, and this reading is not going to be applicable anymore. Sometimes what the path that you're going down right now is actually the path that you're supposed to be on, and so sometimes it will stay the same, but sometimes the path that you're on right now is not the path that you're supposed to be on, so sometimes the readings will change, but for the most part, they don't change. But they can. And it could be a little slightly different, because there's so many thousands and thousands of different possibilities that could happen, that could come up, that the tarot readings don't account for. It just talks about this one specific path that you're on right now. So this card, in your future, you will still be depressed, still be struggling, but you will find a solution, you will find more opportunities to move on and out of that struggle and into higher vibration and more happiness and peace. So this might be a very general reading right now, but that's where the Oracle comes in. So how can we get to that feature? What guidance do you need? So your first Oracle card is the Spirit Animal Oracle card. Where's the box for it? So this deck is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. And number 10, if that means anything to you. And Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. I'm going to read the book, what the book says, because the books do have a lot of guidance and a lot of words that could call out to you and really help you. So that's why I do memorize the Oracle cards, but I don't, I always like to read the book to people and what the book says. Tarot is different. I like to memorize tarot and only read tarot, like, without the book. But for Oracle, I feel like the book itself, and the artwork is very important too, the number and what it means, but also the book itself is part of the Oracle. The Oracle message. Buffalo Spirit comes to you now to remind you of the amazing manifesting power of gratitude and the extraordinary potential available to you when you adopt a mindset of abundance. The ancient people of the Americas saw the buffalo as a symbol of abundance because the herds roamed far and wide and provided so many gifts: the meat, the hide, the bones. The tribes who hunted the buffalo used every bit of them, wasting nothing, appreciative of the abundance. So, too, do you have many gifts available to you. Buffalo Spirit appears to let you know that you are in a powerful time to manifest your desires, not by force or pushing, but rather by following a natural path that rises up before you, trusting that there is always plenty to go around. Whether it be love, money, inspiration, or support, it's all there for you to claim. When you are grateful, you immediately align yourself with the truth that the world is rich and teeming with resources. there is always more than enough, and you are always enough. At this time, you can expect all your intentions and needs to come into a form that is right for you. Your heartfelt gratitude is making you a magnet for miracles. Buffalo Spirit's message is to remember that you co-create your reality in partnership with Spirit. So offer up your thanks and your prayers, even before you see conditions you desire, not just for yourself, but for others too. Then you will quickly see the results in tangible ways. Gratitude has the magic to grow the good, so offer thanks and praise as you acknowledge all that you have and all that is possible. Protection message. When Buffalo Spirit visits you with a message of protection, he is asking you to shift your thinking from poverty consciousness to one where you trust the universe will provide. Have you been falling into financial insecurity, worrying that there will not be enough money in the future? Have you been stressing and feeling sorry for yourself, worrying that because you have no romantic relationship now, you will never have one? Do you see scarcity where there is, in fact, abundance? Are you comparing yourself to others and falling short? Self-pity, entitlement, fear, and lack are all thought viruses that seduce you into darkness. Buffalo Spirit nudges you to make a gratitude list and be mindful of your thoughts at this time. Even if outer events have happened to challenge your beliefs in abundance, outer conditions are temporary. If you are suffering from the malaise of fear that you are impoverished, realize that it is only poverty of perception and perspective. Prayer, communion with your higher power, and gratitude coupled with compassionate, selfless service will snap you right out of it. Give to someone who has less than you. Be thankful for the tiniest things and say affirmations. Then you will remember abundance is the true nature of the world. Your guide in this reading is the stag. Trust and thrive. The message: come alive and thrive. Stand in your light and glory with grace and majesty. About: the stag card brings graceful and powerful medicine into your life. In the Celtic traditions, the stag, with his crown of antlers, why did I think it said own? With his crown of antlers, is known. My ass hurts. Not my ass, but like my thigh. Ugh, I've been sitting too long. Sorry. Is known as the king of the forest and is a totem that brings protection in challenging times. In Native American traditions, he is greatly loved, for stags and deer have provided food for the people and materials that have allowed them to create medicine items such as drums, rattles, and smudge fans. Although the stag has been hunted in the past and still is, he has strength, dignity, and poise. When this card arises, it can also represent fertility and sexuality, maybe an opportunity to explore your sexual side, with your spiritual integrity supporting you on that journey. Extended message: you have an opportunity to thrive. Trust in all that you have to offer, all your gifts, strength, and power, and make the most of it. You are born to lead, and this can only become reality when you are willing to put yourself in that position. Stag energy allows you to feel safe because the antlers keep away anything that could interfere with your intelligence and presence, and their strength gives you the power to be agile in your thinking. You are being encouraged to retain your dignity and be proud of who you are and all that you've accomplished. This, in turn, will give you even more power to thrive, onwards and upwards. Your divine feminine for this reading. And all of these things, all of these cards, like the buffalo and the stag, I encourage you to spend more time on it, like meditations and research about it, because these are your symbols, these are your signs. So I would suggest you research more about Mary of Nazareth as well. So your divine feminine for this reading is Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. Who she is. Mary of Nazareth represents the profound spiritual and creative power we all possess. Mary, or Miriam in Hebrew, was a first-century Galilean Jewish woman from Nazareth who was one of the most crucial figures in the Christian tradition for having given birth to Jesus Christ. Mary has been venerated since the inception of Christianity and also holds a revered position in Islam. Her many names include Saint Mary, Virgin Mary, Queen of Heaven, Our Lady of the Angels, Our Lady of Good Counsel, Our Lady Undoer of Knots, She Who Confirms the Truth, and Theotokos, which means God-bearer or Mother of God. The Gospel of Luke relates that when Mary was engaged to Joseph, the archangel Gabriel visited her. Gabriel announced, "What joy! Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." The angel then said, "The Holy Spirit will descend on you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you, and therefore the child will be called Holy and Son of God." And Mary responds, "Let it be with me, as you have said." So that makes me wonder. So it was Joseph's child. It was his biological child, but the child was blessed specifically by God. So everybody jokes about like, oh, did God rape her? But it was Joseph's child, but the child was specifically blessed by the Christian deity. Okay. Mary is present throughout her son's ministry. When he appears at the temple at age 12 and declares that it is his true home, when he turns water to wine at the wedding in Cana, and when he's crucified, she is said to have remained at his side along with Mary Magdalene. She personifies the steadfast, unconditional love of the archetypal mother. The title Mother of God, or Theotokos, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, was recognized as at the Council of Ephesus in 431 CE, and best captures the power of her yes to the angel Gabriel. He hands her a lily in the Annunciations, who symbolize the Trinity, and to honor the fact that without her yes, the Christian story could not have unfolded. When Mary is your divine feminine, I've always imagined that Mary was terrified to hear an angel loudly announcing that she was meant to be the Mother of God. Her surrender to Gabriel's words feels so courageous and too unacknowledged. Mary has no idea what she will have to meet with, what will be asked of her, or what this love for her son will put her through. But she says yes nonetheless so that she can be in service of the divine. Mary's acceptance of her role has been in the shadow of the Christian story, uncelebrated because she is seen as so divine. But she was human too. She could have said no. Her courage could have faltered, but she aligned with the light. She heard Gabriel's words, "Be not afraid," and allowed the divine story to work through her life. And she let joy dictate her response. Mary leads us to trust that we can say yes to what feels right, what feels light. It doesn't have to make sense or work with the timeline the ego has mapped out for us. In the midst of our ordinary, everyday lives, we can say yes to the angel who greets us in the space of our heart, and let the energy of joy give birth to the divine through us. Soul voice meditation. So this soul voice meditation, I want you to meditate on this question and really think about it for yourself. Am I in service to the light within me? And then your intention. You can say this in the mirror. You can meditate on this too. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. So my patron goddess is Nyx, the goddess of night, the Greek goddess of night. And I have a Nyx oracle deck. And so I asked her guidance today. for this tarot reading, and her guidance was letting go. This symbol comes to you to remind you that freedom is important to everyone. If you love something, set it free. Don't hold on too tight, lest you chase it away. You have the freedom at this time to choose whatever you want. Let others do the same. You will be so happy you did. Miracles come when you let go and allow the magic to happen of its own accord. So this reading could also, I don't think the whole reading is about romance, but I think part of your situation is something about romance. Maybe somebody that you have to let go, somebody that you have to just say no to, or tell yourself no because it's just not working out anymore and it's not for you anymore, because this card also says no. This deck is not specifically an Apollo deck, but since I already had a deck for Nyx, I wanted to have a deck specifically for Apollo, and this deck is the lightest, most colorful, most brightest deck that I have. So I dedicated this deck to Apollo. So I asked Apollo for his guidance for this tarot reading today, and his guidance for you today was no. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. You're being called to either pause or say no. Saying yes to something that isn't in alignment with you will drain your energy and your time. Hold out for a congruent, aligned 100% yes. Often, when we are looking for guidance to make a decision, it can be frustrating not to move into clear and considered action. However, timing is everything, and not receiving clear guidance is actually guidance in itself. We all go through times known as waiting periods. These times are crucial for our body to regenerate, the new path to formulate, and the universe to begin creating things on our behalf. You don't need to be plowing forward all the time to move forward. A potent, congruent yes, when the time is right, will put you ahead leaps and bounds. Don't force things now just because it seems like the only option. Take a breather and wait. The waiting is actually very productive, for when the time for movement comes, you will be ready to dive right in. Use this time to regenerate and ponder what you truly want. Consider the options if the options are not clear. Don't fear, because this time is a gift. Use it to tend to your garden and take a rest. To take a moment from your busy life to clear the decks and prepare for the time in the future. Become spring, clarity will bloom, and you will have the reserve, space, and drive to say yes and act and move quickly. So this card is my Moonology manifestations. I love the oracle decks that have multiple different, like a series of decks, like I have the different Sabbats, the Yule, Season of the Witch Yule deck, Seasons of the Witch Samhain deck. I don't know where that one is though. Seasons of the Witch Beltane deck, and I hope they will have an Oakstar deck soon. Or something like that. Anyway, so your manifestation, this card is the manifestation Moonology. This is something that you need to manifest into your life. So this card is the full moon in Aquarius. So you could be an Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign, and I was thinking about it too. Your tarot cards are air, so you could either be an Aquarius, or somebody in your situation could be an Aquarius, or the Aquarius time. When is it, like January or so? January and February, I think that's when Aquarius is. Something around that time is when something will happen But something about Aquarius and something about air sign, because there's a lot of air signs in this reading. So something about air signs and Aquarius is trying to call it to you. And the manifestation is be real. Sometimes we pursue someone or something. Bro, oh, damn, okay. Your reading is about somebody that you want romantically. Sometimes we pursue someone or something for all the wrong reasons. Our ego gets involved, and before we know it, we're driving ourselves crazy by chasing something that may not even be right for us. This card reminds you that sometimes you need to back off a little, worry less, and trust more. Life is about fun and laughter, but you'll take all the fun out of it if you spend too long in your head rather than your heart. You might win, but it might not be a great victory. Release. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between being real and trying to please all of the people all the time. Manifesting mindset. Life goes in cycles, and that's okay. The more you can accept that, the easier this phase will be for you. A manifesting ritual for awakening. Add frankincense, essential oil to your diffuser. Sit comfortably and close your eyes. Call in Isis, the goddess, who supports us in our awakening to the truth. Ask Isis to show you your truth. Once you know that in your heart, you'll know your next best step. Your manifestation affirmation. The truth empowers me and sets me free. So you can repeat that. You can meditate on that. The truth empowers me and sets me free. And when to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aquarius on a Sunday or during Saturn's hour. The full moon in Aquarius takes place when the sun is in Leo and the moon is in Aquarius. So I was thinking when I was reading that, and I was realizing this could be a lot of, for a lot of people who pick this reading, not for everybody, but for most people, it's probably it's somebody that you're dealing with, a situation, romantic situation that you're being called to let go of. And remember, coming back to the past, present, future, the past in this relationship was very depressing, very hard, very dark. The present, no, you were alone. That's the past, never mind. The past was you were alone, and now you're not alone, but you're depressed. You're very depressed, and that's opposite. This is the past. I forgot. I already forgot what your past was. Okay, anyway, I'm not gonna show the cards. But, your past was you were alone. And now you're not alone, but you're depressed. And your future is you're gonna still be a little sad, but things will start to get better. And I think, okay, so like I said before, if you go by, because the future, when reading tarot, the future is not set in stone, but it can go the same way that the cards say if you stay on your path. And these cards, that they're giving you guidance, they're trying to help you out. And if you don't listen to them, if you don't go by their advice, the future will not happen. And I feel like in your future, there is a possible chance. If you really love this person, you want to stay with this person, I think there's a possible chance that it can work out. I think the future card is saying that you're going to be sad for a while. Yeah, it's going to hurt. It's going to be sad. It's going to be depressing for a while to let go of this person. But then it'll start to get better because both of you will heal. Both of you will start to you know, and then y'all will be able to come back and come back together in an even better relationship. And if you don't, it's still going to work out, because you're going to be healed and realize that that person's not for you, and you're going to be happy anyway with yourself or with somebody else. So I suggest you really listen to what the cards are saying and suggesting. If you don't, I don't know what the future's going to hold, but for right now, if you do go by those cards, your future is going to be positive. And your moon sign message. New moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. Took me a while to find the book. I am a mess. Leo. No, that is not. Okay. This card heralds the start of a new cycle for you, when you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off if you want someone's attention. The card says it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. This means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer, which means that only becomes authentic when you heal. And taking that time away and healing, I'll give you this. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on. Alternatively, you can herald good news or a new start for your children. Attuned to the moon. Make time to have fun. So there's a lot of cards saying make time to have fun too, and sexual things. So I feel like go out and be a hoe, you know? Just go out and be a hoe. Do it. That's what the cards are saying, you know? So in a healing way, because people can do it in a non-healing way. They can do it for self-harm. Do it in a healing way, in a good, positive way that will help you, not harm you. Okay? Because, yeah. It's the whole point of this. Additional meanings for this card. It's time for you to show the world what you've got. Shine your light. Have some pride. Spoil yourself. You've earned it. You've turned someone's head. The teaching. Leo is a sign of the big and brave-hearted lion, of pride and showmanship and flirting. The energy around the new moon in Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card and the Leo new moon comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. So that is the reading. If you like this reading, and it was very accurate, if it was accurate to you and if it helped you, I would appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe. Any kind of comment, anything, just whatever, just say something. Just comment about the tarot reading, your situation, if you want to make it known, or if not, you know, that's okay too. I would like to know, like, what is your situation, you know? If you have any ideas about more tarot readings, or if you want a tarot reading, if you want a more specific tarot reading, those ones cost. This one's generalized, so that's why it's free. But if you would like to have a personalized tarot reading, they're $5. I make them cheap. I don't need that much money for it. It's just some money, because it does take a lot of energy. General readings take a lot less energy, but personalized readings take a lot more energy and work. And so I would like to be compensated for that, you know? It's not just reading, you know, books and showing off, hey, this is your... It's a lot more to it, so that's why I would like to be compensated for more personalized readings. So if you did like this reading, and if you would like to know more about a specific situation, only $5, plus tips, you know, but just base $5, that's all I really need for it. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you picked the crystal citrine, this citrine, I use citrine to honor Apollo, the sun god. Citrine promotes optimism and positive energy. It helps with manifesting abundance, specifically financial abundance. And it's a solar plexus chakra, because solar plexus is yellow. So it's also a stone of confidence and security in yourself, self-esteem. So that could be what your reading is about today, or something that you need to focus on and work on in your life. So I have 3 tarot cards, and the rest are oracle. Your past, Queen of Cups. Your present, King of Pentacles. Very interesting. And your future, Strength. So in your past, if you're a woman, you are very secure, because cups is water. You could be a water sign. Because cups is water, and cups and water are emotion, you're the queen of your emotions. You, very feminine person, very secure in your emotions, positive, very positive feminine, not toxic feminine. You are a queen. That is your past. Now your present is King of Pentacles. So usually in a reading, I would say that the King of Pentacles is a very positive card. Usually a man, could be, you know, anybody but king, since man, so, but not always, but it's a masculine type of energy. Provider, the breadwinner, basically, because Pentacles is earth, and Pentacles and earth is about finance and abundance. Now usually I would say this was a positive card, but because it's next to the Queen of Cups, which was your past, I feel like you could possibly be a female mother, or a male father, and in your past, you were more free, you were more able to be yourself, focus on yourself. But now it looks like in your present, you are more focused on other people, providing for other people, and not so much focused on yourself. And that could go back to the citrine. Might need to go back to focusing on yourself, in your solar plexus chakra, your confidence and your self-esteem. In future is strength. Well, first I want to clarify, if you're not a parent, if you're not a mother or a father, or some sort of provider of a child, it could also be like you are the provider for your friend group. You are basically the king of your friend group, or you're giving too much to other people. That's just kind of the feeling, the vibe that I'm getting. Like, nothing is telling me that specifically, but that's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting right now. So with the strength card, it's saying that your strength, your inner strength, will come back. If you feel like you've lost yourself, if you've lost your strength, you cannot carry on anymore, you're burnt out, it will come back. And just like in the first reading I did, I tell people that your future is not set in stone. Tarot is not set in stone. So, you know, just because your future is not set in stone, the tarot can only tell you the future of this specific path that you're on right now. So if you veer off from the path, this reading is going to be unapplicable to you. But because this is a good, positive card, I would suggest that you listen to the messages, because these cards are going to tell you how to get to that future. So now let's jump into the oracle cards, the advice. So your spirit animal card, your oracle card, spirit animal, your guide. And like in the first reading, I said, all of these guides, all of these cards are very specific to you. And it's not just for this reading, but like for your life, like something like your favorite animal, or some animals reaching out to you, and not for just this reading, but for your journey. And so I suggest that you research more about these symbols and guides and spirits, and meditate on them, research them, kind of bring them more into your life somehow, and whatever works best for you. The number of this card is 42, if that means anything to you. And the message on this card is, you are never alone. Or did I say it was outer spirit? Also, a lot of water. Otter is water, Queen of Cups, so you could possibly be a water sign. And if not a water sign, then you are an emotional person, which not in a bad way. Now, I'm not saying like, oh my god, you're a pussy or something. No, I'm saying like in a good way. Like, expressing your emotions and feelings in a positive, healthy way is a good thing. Don't let society tell you otherwise. So I'm going to read the book, because when it comes to oracle, I do believe that the book is part of the oracle and message itself. And there might be something in here that I read to you that will speak to you personally. So the oracle message. Like true friends, otters nurture each other and express their affection through touch. Actions such as holding hands and giving hugs offer reassurance that we are never really alone and that we are always cherished. So, you're probably giving that to other people right now, because you're the King of Pentacles right now in your present. But, you know how you're giving that to other people because they need it? Well, you need it too. So, outer spirit has appeared to remind you to experience and express friendship in a tangible and even tactile way. Communicate with your voice, your facial expressions, your gestures. I am learning that too lately. And your actions, letting your love express itself beyond just the words you speak. Otter Spirit's message is that presence matters, so remember to be fully present with those you care about, helping them sense the love and affection and appreciation you have for them. Also, you need that as well as the King of Pentacles, not just other people. Now is a time for a joyful celebration of the love in your life that expresses as friendship and companionship. Hug someone, touch their arm, or simply look into their eyes with your full attention, saying, I care, you matter. And you need that for yourself as well. Make time for friendship. Otter Spirit promises that the moment you reach out, you will remember that you too have many who love and care about you. You are never alone, and you are always loved. Protection message. Have you been channeling all your affection to just one person, or counting on only one friend or individual to hold you up, heedless of your resources all around you? You deserve support and love from many people, and when Otter Spirit arrives, you are reminded that you have a community. Somewhere is another friend who wants to experience the joy of giving to you and seeing your happiness as you receive their gift of attention. Like I said, attention, affection, and kindness. Otter Spirit wants you to open your eyes to see the love that is available to you from all directions. Do you believe it? Do you feel it? Reach out to someone and you will see that they want to hold your hand as much as you want to hold theirs. Love, support, and friendship are all available to you. So connect with community and friends. Now, your guide, your ancestors and angels and ancestors guide is Shaolin Master. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the message says, be graceful in movement and action. Message, slow and steady, breathe and flow, take a gentler approach. About, the Shaolin Master calls forth the ninja within. Shaolin medicine is about learning to adapt to a situation and tap into the energy running through your body and preserve it in order to release it at the right moment. It also teaches subtlety, because when you are too forceful, you use too much energy, and that may not be supportive of what you are working on. The Shaolin Master, like a monk, has respect for all things. He is disciplined and guided by his art, and will never use it to impress the foolish or to appear stronger than someone who is threatening him. You, too, are being invited to remain graceful in your movement, choices, and actions. Extended message. You are being guided to flow like water, blow like air, and connect with your purest intentions. Don't feel you need to rush ahead. A gentler approach will be more fruitful and rewarding. And this means yourself, too. Be gentle with yourself. Move with subtlety and grace. Reach high, but also ask yourself how you can move with the flow of life rather than pushing against it. Do you have the capacity to refocus your gaze at this time? Can you slow down? Or take more time to soften and breathe as you move forward? All of this will be incredibly beneficial for what happens next, which is your strength coming back. Your divine feminine. This is like a vagina. Your divine feminine for this reading. Akalanda, the goddess of never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. Love, self-love. Who she is. Akalanda represents the essence of the phoenix. She's the indestructible energy that embraces change. She knows that everything is conspiring to transform her into only more love and light. Akalanda is an elusive goddess from Hindu mythology. Her full name is Akalandeshvari, and you should look her up and research more about her and use her in your rituals and spells if you do that. Meditate on her and call her, pray to her, really connect with her. Ishvari in Sanskrit means female power or goddess, and Akalanda means never not broken. So she is the goddess of never not broken. You are never not broken. You are always breaking. And I will explain what this means. She can never be broken because she always is. She is the embodiment of what we tried to avoid, the dissolution of our ego's identity. Her power is unparalleled. She radiates the potent light and joy that's the goal of change, transformation, or pain. There is very little written about her. She is meant to be known through experience. She is an intimate, interior goddess that we meet when we are in the darkest moments of grief and heartbreak. She shows us where our energy is trapped, where we have been stifled in routines or others' expectations of us. And she whispers the liberation we will experience once we let ourselves break open and allow the new expression of ourselves to come blazing through. She reminds us that we always have the power to choose to see every event as yet another opportunity to become more light, to become more of the radiant soul we are here to be. Why is Akalanda... when Akalanda chooses you, when it comes to you, calls you, many of us extend tremendous energy in the effort to not break or fall apart. We resist grief, our heartbreak, or we deny the need to change until the choice no longer feels like it's ours. Something sideswipes us in our ordinary life and shatters who we think we are and how we identify ourselves. Here's what Akalanda reminds us. Vulnerability is our greatest strength. If we are always broken, we can never break. Akalanda is the most intimate and personally powerful goddess because she meets us in those moments when we can feel most alone, most exposed, and most afraid. She models how to thrive in the midst of change. She uses pain to joyfully and purposefully transform. She sees everything as an opportunity to release what isn't serving her. And she knows that being broken isn't a failure or something we should avoid. It's actually the whole point. We are here to let our ideas of ourselves go up in flames, so that beneath the ashes, the soft core of who we are truly arises. And so that we remember that it's not the heart that ever breaks, it's the ego. The heart only ever expands. So meditate on this question and kind of journal it and what it means to you. What is your answer to this? What heartbreak can I see now as an opportunity to expand? And meditate on this intention and use this intention in your rituals and use this intention as an affirmation. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. So, Nyx is my patron goddess, and I have a deck, a Nyx oracle deck, and so I called upon Nyx to, I asked her for guidance for you for this reading, and her message to you is honesty. My darling, you have chosen the symbol of clarity and true communication. Now is the time to be absolutely honest with yourself about what you want, what you're thinking about, what your motives and real feelings are. Honesty is the way to truly step into your power. When you choose honesty above all else, as your goddess, I will send you courage to do what's right. This is also a time to demand honesty and integrity from others. You have a right to get clear messages. There is the greatest freedom and power in telling the truth. So my patron god is Apollo, And I do not have a specific, I don't even know if there is a specific oracle deck dedicated just to Apollo. So I have this oracle deck. It is, what is it? Where is the, it is the Work Your Light Oracle deck by Rebecca Campbell. And it's the lightest, brightest, most colorful deck that I have, and so I just automatically dedicated this deck to Apollo specifically. So I use this deck to ask Apollo for guidance and messages. And so I asked Apollo for guidance for you today in this reading, and his message was, share your voice. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold, also expression is a form of confidence. It can really help with your confidence and self-esteem as well. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Work your light action. Express yourself, share your voice, speak to those who can hear you. Your Moonology manifestation today, in this reading. This is what you need to manifest more of in your life. Full moon in Capricorn. So you have a lot of water element and earth element in. This could be your elements, your zodiac, or it could just be the energies that you need in your life. Water and earth. Full moon in Capricorn. Take a reality check. This card has two sides to it, literally and metaphorically. If you've been worrying about something, the good news is that you shouldn't waste another moment worrying, as this won't help. Some things only happen once, and that can be really good news. If you're wondering about how something you're keen on is going to turn out, this card could be a sign that you've hit a roadblock. If you want to change that, you're going to need to put in an extra effort with your manifestation work. Manifesting balance. Find a balance between facing your reality and be kind to yourself and others. Manifesting mindset. If you're not happy with the message of this card, use the old trick of finding the best thought you can about your situation and go from there. A manifesting ritual for weathering tough times. Add laurel essential oil to your diffuser. Or you don't have to do that if you don't have oil in a diffuser. Sit comfortably and gently close your eyes. Call in Parvati, the goddess of divine strength and power, and her son Ganesha, the Hindu elephant god who protects us. You need strength to get through this time, so ask Parvati and Ganesha to guide you to the best possible outcome. Your manifestation affirmation. Everything is always working out in my favor. That's what you need to meditate on and manifest. That affirmation that you talk to yourself in the mirror, say to yourself in the mirror, and the affirmation that you meditate on. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Capricorn, on a Sunday, or during Saturn's hour. On a Saturday. I said Saturday, right? Did I say Sunday or Saturday? X. The full moon in Capricorn takes place when the sun is in Cancer and the moon is in Capricorn. That's funny. Cancer and Capricorn together. My girlfriend's a Cancer and I'm a Capricorn. And your moon message. Your moon sign message. Your moon sign is new moon in Gemini, and the message is communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with the person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns a sibling or neighbor, there's a new start coming, a time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. Attune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you're prioritizing them. And the first person on that list should be you. So, are you prioritizing yourself? Additional meanings for this card. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. The teaching. Gemini is a sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Geminis love to chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help to unscramble crossed wires in your brain. That is your reading for today. If you liked this reading and if you felt it was pretty accurate to your situation, please like, comment, and subscribe. You can comment about this specific tarot reading. You can comment about your situation if you feel comfortable in doing so, or you can comment about anything else, any suggestions that you have, anything else. Also, if you like this reading and you would like a more personalized reading, I do personalized readings for $5. The reason why I charge for readings is because for me, readings they take a lot of energy out of me. And also, I'm just getting back into tarot reading. Like, this is my first tarot reading sober, as a sober person. And, it's really, like, I'm starting from scratch again. So, I do want to charge, for tarot readings now as a type of boundary, for my energy. So, if you would like a more personalized reading about a specific topic, a specific question, a specific advice, that would be $5. That'll be more private. It won't be open on YouTube. I won't be sharing with everybody. And yeah, that is about it. Thank you for watching. So if you chose the Ulexite stone, not the Eucalyptus, I was like, I knew that wasn't right, but I forgot what it was, how it was actually pronounced. I had never heard of this stone before until I got my Witch's Moon box this month, and I saw this piece of crystal, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, a selenite stone. It's not selenite. It is Ulexite, or a TV stone. So I'm gonna have to read from this, because I've never even heard of the stone before. So, Ulexite is, very fragile stone. Ulexite is known for its incredible ability to magnify the energy of other crystals and stones, making it a great tool for amplifying the effects of spells and rituals. Stone of enhancement, psychic abilities, and divinatory. And your past, the magician. Your present, the tower and reversed. And your future, the Three of Cups. So in your past, you could have been an artist, possibly, or an actual magician, like, some sort of witch, like very magic oriented, some sort of creation. In your present, there is a lot of turmoil going on. There is a lot of change going on, trying to happen, and you are resisting it. You're resisting a lot of change, whether it's you personally changing, growing, or a relationship change, work change, something that needs to change. You know, the tower can be scary, change can be scary, but it's a good thing. It's for good things to come. You need to kind of allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone. So there is nothing but good, positive, awesome, celebratory, like very good vibrations, high vibrations, positivity in your future. Like there is nothing but good things coming to you in your future. That's all I can see in this, you know. And so this change that's taking place is trying to help you get to that, and because you're afraid of the unknown, and you don't even realize that what's coming to you is going to be better. You want to be comfortable, you want to remain comfortable, but it's in your future. And like I say with everybody, and what I said in the last two readings, your future is not set in stone. And so the tarot can never truly tell you specifically what is going to happen in your future, because the future is always changing with every decision you make, and every action you do and every decision you make, it changes. Because there's yes or no. That creates two different realities, and you know, there's so many different choices and different actions that create completely different realities, and so it depends. And these messages right here are advice. This is the advice, what steps to take to get to this specific future. So you can listen to these messages, and go by what these cards are saying, and you can get to this. Or you can remain in your comfort zone, just keep doing the same thing as you're doing, and not follow the cards, and not get to this. So, either one. So your first oracle card today in this reading is a spirit animal cards. And your animal spirit, oh my goodness, it's cute. It's a bat. I've been looking at, there's been a lot of bat posts on my Facebook lately. I guess it's because it's October. Oh my god, I love bats. That's really cool. So, this is also the number 5. When I told other people in, like, the other readings I just did, all of these symbols, and all these, like, animals and symbols and words and names and all of that is very specific to you. It's calling out to you, specifically. And it's not just for this reading. It's not just for this specific time and that's it, whatever. This bat is calling to you. These symbols are calling to you, and it's telling you to get more of that energy and more of this specific. Do something with bats, you know? Maybe get a pet bat. I don't know. You know, change. I would love to have a pet bat. Get 5 pet bats. I don't know. Just do something with bats. A rebirth is assured. You know, it is assured if you go by these cards. Also, what I've said in other readings, when it comes to Oracle, I like to read the book because I don't just like to memorize, but I like to read the book itself, specifically because the book can have wordings or sentences or words or whatever that can, like, call out to you specifically. And so I always say that the book is part of the oracle. So with tarot it's different, but with oracle, the book itself is part of the oracle. So the oracle message: after something has run its course and died or been released, finished, surrendered, completed, or ended, there is a promise of a new beginning. Rebirth is assured just as night gives way to dawn, and the bat emerges from the darkness of a womb-like cave. Bat Spirit has come to remind you that this rebirth is a miraculous one, for the very best elements of what you had to give up in the death of the old are still present in this new, amazing life forming now. This is the miracle and magic of rebirth in every aspect of your life, including the rebirth of faith and your ability to establish new and healthy relationships. A bat spirit reminds you that at present you are in unknown territory and may feel as if you are lost. However, you are called to trust that your intuition will be a reliable guide as you give birth to something new and unfamiliar. Bat Spirit has listened in the darkness of night and has heard all your hopes and dreams, your fears and worries, and assures you that this new version of your dream, this move from darkness into light, from lost to found and death to rebirth, comes to fruition with love at its core. Bat Spirit asks you to trust that what seems to have died is actually shape-shifting into something even more meaningful and wondrous than before. If you feel you are in the dark, know that come morning, all will be revealed and things will be in a new form that is right for you. Protection message. What are you refusing to let die? Damn. Bat Spirit is gently nudging you to let go of your need to cling to the familiar story that has already run its course. A new story is poised to be born. Some dreams were only meant to last for a moment in time. Sometimes they were only there to slow you down as you recalibrated in preparation for the new life that would give you what you really want. Perhaps you need to grieve as you say goodbye to something. At least you're saying goodbye to its familiar form. Perhaps you must let go of a part of you that must die so you can be reborn. This temporary time in the dark doesn't have to be scary or sad, though. Bat Spirit gives you her powers of perception and awareness as you learn to listen deeply and navigate these unknown caves of temporary emptiness. You will emerge with a new perspective, and Bat Spirit will witness your giving birth to the life that matches the intentions and desires of your heart and soul. So that is your spirit animal message today. Your guide, your guide is snake. Shed old skin. Change, okay? Do it already. God damn, change. Message. Cast off the old. Reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. About. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolizes the kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. Please listen to these cards, please. When the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. Extended message. The energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. If you don't get this message, because these cards, your spirit guides have probably been trying to reach you, like calling you, like we're calling about your car's extended warranty. Like, dude, listen, because the fact that this is so fucking obvious and each card is talking about this, is telling me that you're not listening, and you're resisting very, very hardly, like very hard resistance. Like, you probably have been through this for a while. If for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. Now, your divine feminine. Green Terra, the Buddha of enlightened action. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Where is it? 15. Who she is. Green Terra embodies the emboldened state that overcomes fear and allows us to take action on what we know is right. Fear of the future, fear of unknown, fear of change. Terra is a female Buddha in the Vajrayana Buddhist tradition. She is known as the Mother of Liberation because her name is derived from the root to cross. Terra assists all beings in crossing the ocean of suffering to liberation. According to the Tarot Tantra, eons ago, Tara incarnated as a king's daughter. She showed such spiritual excellence and such profound compassion that she impressed a group of monks. They told her that they would pray for her to be reborn man so that she could reach enlightenment. She responded by enlightening them. She told them that there is no such thing as male and female. The ideas, projections, and expectations that we superimpose onto the male form and the female form are not real. They are contrived. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Tara vowed then and there, before all the monks, that she would remain a female Buddha for all lifetimes until all beings were liberated from the illusion that a person's sex determines their ability to become enlightened. Tara has 4 different types of enlightened activity and divine attributes, depicted symbolically through the colors red, white, black, yellow, and green. Green Tara is Tara's embodiment of compassionate action, or enlightened action. Her green color signifies vigor and vitality. Her mudra also represents vitality and the purity of our life force, the prana mudra. She is the action we take from a deeply rooted place within our heart. She is the energy that seeks to act in alignment with what will free us as we liberate others. When your soul selects for card, when Green Tarot calls out to you, Green Tarot is that sacred nudge to get moving. To do what is that your soul compels you to do. Don't sit with an idea or a project any longer. Take action on it. Don't think about a friend who keeps coming into your heart. Go bring her dark chocolate, or send her a love letter. Don't wait to express your love to someone you've needed to. Go now. Tell the truth. Let your feet be moved by what has been caged within you. Let your wisdom shift into inspired action. Terror is the message that the time for action is now. There is nothing to wait for, and no person you need to become before doing what you've come here to do. Start small. Let the soul lead, not the ego. It's not the grandeur of the gesture or effort. It's the amount of love something is done with that ever matters. There are so many injustices in this world, so much suffering, that it's easy to get stuck in the molasses of helplessness. The brilliant Burmese diplomat Aung San Suu Kyi says, "If you're feeling hopeless, help someone." Green Tarot is about aligning with what moves us to tears with compassionate action. She's the push to do something, anything that might alleviate the suffering of others. In the process of taking action with love and from love, we also liberate ourselves. So like I said, and for the bat, not just the bat, but the snake and this, it is your symbol. It's something that you need to bring more of into your life and connect with Green Tarot. Really connect with her, because I think she could help you a lot, specifically in this situation. Soul voice meditation. So sit with this question, meditate on it, ask Green Tarot for help, meditate with her, journal this question, whatever you need to do, and find out the answer for yourself. What does my soul want me to take action on right now? And intention. This is an affirmation that you can say in the mirror or to meditate on. Light a candle and say it, really sit with yourself and say this to yourself. My soul informs my every step. I do what my heart compels me to do. Now, my patron goddess is Nyx, the Greek goddess of night. And I have an oracle deck dedicated to her, the House of Night oracle deck. and I asked her for guidance for this reading for you. And this is her guidance for you, the High Priestess of Water. Dear one, when my vampire High Priestess of Water visits you, it is to remind you that all things change. All things change. Like the powerful element she represents. Water is a transforming Let the tower moment come. Let it come. Let it come. Water is a transforming element that flows in rivers, makes waves in the vast ocean, turns to hard, cold ice, and disperses as hot steam. Water can change into snowflakes, white, fluffy clouds, and rain. When you draw the symbol of water, it signifies a time when things in your life are changing shape right before your very eyes. Go with the flow, as these changes are powerful signs of wondrous experiences, lessons, and gifts. Even if you don't understand these changes at the moment, you will later. And you'll be happy that you did. Trust. My patron god, my leg hurts. My patron god is Apollo, and I do not have a specific oracle deck specifically about him. I don't think there even is one, but I've never seen one. There is, let me know, actually. Now comment down below if you know about an Apollo deck. That would be really cool. So this card comes from the deck Work Your Light. Apollo's the god of the sun. And so since I've gotten this deck, it's the lightest deck I have. It's the most colorful, brightest deck I have. So I kind of dedicated it to Apollo. You know, whenever I use this deck, I'm calling to Apollo. And so I called Apollo and asked him for his guidance. And this is his guidance for you. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Bro, what the fuck? Change. Okay, if you don't understand that in this video, after watching this video, I don't know what to tell you, dude. But every card, usually readings aren't this fucking obvious. When it's this obvious, it's because your spirit guides are like, they're screaming in your face because you're not listening. And I've been there. I've been there. Yeah. Alright. Let me find the book for this. What was that card? Life. It's so funny how this reading is so extremely obvious. Life is always moving. If you resist this... resist. You're resisting. Like, very hardcore resistance. Like, shit. If you resist this ever-changing flow, your energy will become stagnant. Yes. And you will fall out of flow with the universe. The universe has a mysterious, intelligent force, a natural rhythmic beat, which governs all life. One of the best ways to shift your energy, frequency, and vibration is to put on some music and dance along with it. That always fucking gets me. I love doing that shit. When we dance unrestrained, our spirit takes over, and with each new bop, sway, and kick, we are rocked back into harmony with the rest of life. Get unstuck by doing something that shifts your vibration. Put on some music, dance unrestrained, and fall into the frequency of life. Basically, it's telling you whatever makes your spirits, whatever makes your energy like, oh my god, I feel amazing, I feel, that, do that. Do that. It's not just specifically dancing, it's the energy of dancing. The feel-good vibes you get from dancing. If dancing isn't your thing, then simply do something that you would not usually do to shift the energy, like I said. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it, and you cannot attract a different experience without changing your energy first. It's time to shift things up and to find a way to dance along with the beat of life. Work your light action. Do something to change your energy. Now, your moonology manifestation. This is something. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? I swear to God, I did not pick these cards. Open up to change. I did not even pick these cards at all. Like, I just shuffled. Damn. That's crazy. I feel like I've never seen a reading like this before. That is some scary shit. I've never seen a reading like this before, ever in my life. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. What the fuck? Dude, how long have you been resisting? Every single card is about change. Literally. Every single card is about change. Like, specifically change. New moon in Aquarius. Open up to change. Let me just read to you these cards. Your moonology, moon sign messages. Expect powerful change. A new start is coming. Wow. I have never seen a reading like this before. I've never seen one, and I've never read one before. Like, this is... wow. Holy shit, dude. Please listen to this. Please. Like, if you need to sign, this is it. This. You're one of those people who needs, like, it smacked into your fucking face. Because this is what this is doing. It's hitting you like with a brick over your head. Like, dude, I've been fucking calling you for 20 fucking years. Like, what do you need? What do you want? Change. Do it already, man. Fuck. Oh. That's crazy. Wow, I've never seen something like that before. Holy shit. Oh. That is crazy. That's kind of creepy, actually. Like, shit. Big changes are forecast, but you need to let events unfold with as little steering as possible from you. Sometimes you just need to take a bit of space from a person or a situation. If you know you've been too emotional about someone or something, this card offers you the chance to cool things down. A rational, even slightly aloof assessment of your current circumstances is called for. Allow for things to develop. Try to think of your situation from a different angle. Manifesting focus. This card is an especially good sign for matters related to friends, networks, a wish coming true, science, tech, or online dating. Manifesting mindset. Be yourself. Independence doesn't have to mean loneliness. A group of people rather than one person may be the ones to help you. Manifesting tips for detachment. Call in Archangel Uriel, the most cerebral archangel. Call in energy from the planet Uranus, which guides the sign of Aquarius and is all about independence and revolution. Light a candle, preferably silver, and ask Uriel for his help with viewing life compassionately, but also dispassionately, so that you can stay cool under any pressure. Your manifestation affirmation. So this is the affirmation to use when you're trying to manifest. Affirmation to use when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror. Manifestation, an affirmation to use when you're meditating, etc., etc. There is only one me. It's safe to be me, and I love me. That's a really good one. When to manifest your magic. The best time to work your magic is when the moon is in Aquarius on a Saturday or during Saturn's hour. The new moon in Aquarius takes place when the sun and the moon are on the same degree in Aquarius, and knows that humanity is worth saving. I almost feel like I'm hallucinating. This is fucking crazy, man. If you can't, I'm not saying, no, I'm not even going to say that, because you'll get it. You'll get it this time. This is your sign. You've been having your guides, like you ask for a sign, hey, can you give me a sign? Yeah, sure. And they come to you and like give you a sign, and you just like, they're like, hello, hi, are you deaf? Are you blind? Apparently so. I'm kidding. That's how I talk. I don't really mean that. I don't know who the fuck you are, so. A new start is coming. New moon. That's what it looks like. This is your moon sign message. You had two, and you're the only one. You're the only one out of out of the 3 readings. You're the only one with 2. And they both basically say the same thing. Because you needed the extra oomph. You needed the extra, like... There is a yes coming your way. This is one of the most auspicious cards in the deck. It's totally positive and suggests something new and exciting is developing. The situation you're asking about is blessed. Fuck. And you're on target to achieve your goals. The message from the universe is that you're starting all over again in some way, be that on a new or better course or just feeling more positive about achieving your desired outcome. If you've been feeling stagnant, this card reminds you that life goes on in cycles and you're moving into a new cycle now. This is the time to wipe the slate clean. If the situation you asked about has become toxic, either that will clear up now or something totally new and fresh is on its way. Attune to the moon. I'll see it when I believe it. Additional meanings for this card. A new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want. Your belief that your dreams can manifest is working well. Forget about the past. The teaching. The new moon marks the start of the waxing cycle and the midpoint of the dark moon. It's a dark and veiled time, when the moon is invisible, and a time of rebirth. It's a time that witches do their work, making wishes and laying down intentions for the new cycle. An intensely magical time when it's easier to pierce the veil to other worlds. And your second numerology card. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Both new moon. New moon energy in this shit. Every single fucking card. New moon eclipse. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is the card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared. It could be quite a ride, and events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you will take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Exactly. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on. Exactly, like I said, like in the beginning. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Attuned to the moon. Never mind the past. 2 cards, if not more cards, have talked about that. Forget the past. Heal from it. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Additional meanings for this card. Yes, yes. 1,000 times yes. You are being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. The teaching. New moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. So that is your reading. Please take the advice, because it's obvious that they've been trying to tell you this. Your spirit guides have been trying to tell you this for quite a while. So please listen this time. Please. It's very obvious. Very, 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 very obvious message. A very specific message. A lot of change. Just kind of stop resisting it. That's basically all there is to it. And the rest will kind of fall into place, That is your reading for today. If you liked this reading, if you thought it was accurate, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like a personalized reading, a more personalized reading, because this one is very general. This one's kind of specific though, like, shit. A very specific message, but, if you would like a more specific, more personalized message to you personally, the personalized readings are $5, and I like to charge for readings, like personalized readings, because it takes a lot of energy, and it's kind of like a boundary for my energy. It's a service that I'm giving, and it's at least $5, that's all I really need from it. I don't want more. I don't need more than $5, just something, yeah, and that's about it. Thank you for watching.